dream, hoping for what's true. I'm trawling for honor in this shallow pool. Borealis starlit crown arches over the Puget Sound. Berenice's hair drapes the horizon to Where is my lucky star tonight? The seventh sister of the Pleiades walks in beauty like the night. Oh, that is best, dark and now lost to me.
Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show. Night Dreams Talk Radio Network brings you the World Paranormal News with James Creechbaum. Now, the latest news.
I'm James Creechbaum with the Paranormal and World Changes News. Well, a mysterious blue blob spotted in South Wales moving through the skies. Sightings of a mysterious yet unidentified blue blob, a light moving across the sky, have been made across South Wales. One eyewitness said it just floated west across the sky. It was huge. Another witness informed Wales Online she observed the unexplained phenomena in the sky just after 6 p.m. on Tuesday from her Swansea backyard. Another witness described the UFO as being a fair size, adding, "There was no noise, and at the time there were no planes or anything. I don't know what it was." Another witness, a student, saw the light out of her window while living at her home a few miles north of Swansea. Another witness said, "Me and my brother came outside and this blob lit up the sky and flashed on and off. It was just floating there, the sky going west. It was huge. We did a plane tracker, but there were no planes about the area at the time." Amazing UFO video filmed from a plane over Utah. This really interesting UFO video, it was just sent into MUPON, and it was recorded over Zion National Park in Utah on the 19th of last month. Now, the witness in the video recording is taken from the cockpit at 40,000 feet, this video. And it's an object flying at a lower altitude over the terrain. And not sure what it is, but it's very unique video for sure. Scientists invent camera that takes 1 trillion frames per second to capture transparent phenomena. A new camera technology that takes up to 1 trillion frames per second is so advanced it can take images of transparent phenomena, U.S. researchers say. The camera builds on previous research in which the team used the technology to capture light traveling in slow motion. Now, this cutting-edge camera can capture motion such as shock waves and possibly even signals that travel through neurons, but don't expect to get your hands on one anytime soon. The tech is early in its development and intended to be used in the fields such as physics, biology, and chemistry. Several ancient viruses have been discovered in a 15,000-year-old glacier of ice. In 2015, a team of scientists from the United States and China traveled to Tibet to gather samples of Earth's oldest glacier ice. Now, earlier this month, they published a paper on the preprint server BioRx4 detailing their discovery of 28 new virus groups. in the 15,000-year-old ice and warning that climate change could free the ancient viruses into the modern world. One of the scientists wrote, however, in a worst-case scenario, this ice melt could release pathogens into the environment. Well, coronavirus blamed on bat soup as pics emerge of people eating the Chinese delicacy. Bats could host the coronavirus, according to experts, and pictures have emerged of locals in Wuhan eating into bat soup. Next news break, top of the hour.
You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark with our host, Gary Anderson.
And that is me. I want to say thank you to all the new listeners out there that are tuned in to the show. Our show covers, everything in the paranormal. But lately we've been covering a lot on UFOs, abductions, aliens, and things like that. And then we're going to be getting in here next month to time travel and other things like that. Our guest later tonight is Barbara Delong. We're going to be talking about UFOs, aliens, and things like that. James, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, not bad at all. Actually, just another boring day, but hope you're all right.
Oh, everything is fine. Well, you know what they're saying. What's going on in China could really infect the world faster than they ever thought. We are talking about tens of thousands of people in a matter of a short time could get infected.
Oh, I know. That's some scary stuff, and I got a couple other follow-ups on with some news later in the next hour. But, yeah, it's starting to spread to UK, United States, and a few other countries.
Yeah, Germany has got it. Korea has been getting it. And even now Canada. So it's getting kind of scary. You know what it is all you have to do is be on a flight, for example, and the recycle air from in the cabin of the plane is going to take your breath, your oxygen that you're exhaling, and it's going to circulate it all aboard that plane. I got a funny feeling in the next few days because you first think you got the flu or a bad cold, and then it progresses really fast. And then that's when it gets life-threatening.
You're absolutely correct. And that's the thing, by the time you realize there could be a few people have it, you can pretty much get anywhere in the world in just a few hours. You can traverse the world. So it's a recipe for spreading, definitely.
Well, look at it. If you got a packed flight, depending on the aircraft, 280 to 300 and some people on an aircraft. And if that air is circulating around, you're going to have a lot of those people infected. And so when they get off the plane, then they're infecting other people. It could really be a scary situation if they don't control it. I know that China has locked down China right now. What I'm scared about is how many of these other people are out and don't even realize they have it. And we'll find more out in the next few days, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. And another thing about these things, not everybody is affected the same way. There's a few percentage of people that is more of a carrier than it really affects, or else it takes longer for it to affect them, or they even notice them. So they're really spreading it around and don't even know it.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff's scary.
It is. Well, a man finds, a box outside of a Michigan credit union. He opens it up and he finds $27,000.
Oh boy, that's a nice little gift right there. Wow.
Well, evidently he reported it because that's why it's in the news. But could you imagine you open it up and then that's when your conscience really kicks in? Do I turn this in or do I keep it? Do I keep it or do I turn it in? And that's where, your upbringings will make the big decision of what you do. Fortunately, the guy turned it in, and hopefully he got a good sized reward.
Yeah, it's true. That it's along the same scenarios that you reported a couple of nights ago about the couch with the 43,000 in it.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? A Maryland woman collects her second lottery ticket. This time, it's not as big as the last one. This one's only 50,000.
Oh, jeez. I'm telling you, people are accidentally sitting down on horseshoes to win all these lotteries back to back, and God bless them. I'll tell you, somebody's winning them, I guess.
Oh, I used to know somebody that was a real addict, I should say, to buying lottery tickets. This guy, which was a friend of mine, or I should say, I'm going to blot him out. One of my sons would take half of his paycheck every week and buy $400 or $500 worth of lottery tickets. You know, and then his wife, you know, after about 6 months of wondering why they don't have any money, she goes out to his truck and to get something and finds like this big shoebox full of all these lottery tickets he was buying. It can be addicted. You can get addicted on this. This is as much as people that go to casinos and lose everything they have.
Oh, yeah. I've always said that gambling is one of the worst addictions because you can lose, man, you can lose 100,000 in 5 minutes. You can't do that much drugs in 5 minutes. You OD and die by the time you get to 1,000. So it's you could lose a lot more gambling addiction than anything.
Well, what do you think the casinos stay in business for? If they were out to give people money, a large amount of money, they couldn't stay in business. Well, what do you think the states do? The same thing. They know what the odds are, not what the payouts are. They're to make money, make a profit. They're not going to give out money that the taxpayers pay in. So let's just face it. You're lucky, darn lucky, if you go out and spend $100 and you win $20. Or you could be one of the lucky ones. You go out and spend $1 and win 1,000. But what's the odds are if you took 100 people and they all went into a grocery store and each bought a lottery ticket? How many of them is not going to get anything?
No, and you know, if 1,000 people win, maybe 10 might win $1, so they got their money back. So you're still left with 90 that they spent $1. So that's a 90% profit ratio right there. It's they're set up to win and take your money, not to lose. That's for sure.
Well, a beer brewery has come up with the idea for finding homeless dogs a place to live. They're putting pictures of poor little dogs that are in the shelter on their beer cans and giving information where you can adopt them. Isn't that cool that they're doing that?
Yeah, that is. I've never heard tell of that before. It must be a new thing that just come out, but hopefully it works and it gets more dogs new homes.
Well, yeah. Well, it's also a good advertising campaign, isn't it, for the beer?
Yeah, it's a win-win. I can see that happening. Yeah, you're right.
Well, guess what? A South African restaurant sets the world's record with 207. That's right, 207 milkshakes within a half an hour.
How can you make that many in a half hour? Oh, Lord. I'll tell you, these records astonish me with food and drink. They just do. That's amazing. Now, of course, I don't know. I guess there's got to be a standard size on that, but that is amazing. That's a lot of milkshakes. Now, here's the thing. Did they give them away, or are they charging everybody for them? Because I can't see 200-some people paying unless they want them.
No, they're just trying to break the record of producing as many. I don't know if they're charging. I can give you their phone number. You can follow up on that tomorrow. Well, a Civil War era witch bottle was found under a Virginia highway. It's a Civil War era witch bottle.
Mm-hmm. You know, I found several of those in houses' walls. And I found some of them that are different, meant for different purposes, buried in people's yards and flower pots too. But yeah, that used to be a big back in the Victorian time. They would call witches' bottles. Some of them were used for like protection against evil spirits and stuff like that.
And some was actually used to hold alcohol.
That's true too. That's right. Yeah, a real spirit.
Yeah, real spirit. Well, a puppy was rescued after it stuck its head through a spare tire replacement in California. And they show the picture of this